and then I can still see through to my room. Holy dude, this is actually crazy. Guys, I've been gaming for over 30 years now, and I've seen a lot of things. I've played a lot of different games, but one thing I've avoided that whole time is VR. Not even a demo, not even a trial. And today we're gonna go into, is the PSVR2 the right place to start? Is it good for me? Is it good for you? And is it worth it today in 2026? Well, let's go ahead and start with the unboxing and see what we get. This is the PlayStation VR itself. This is the Horizon VR called the Mountain Package deal. As you can see, we have the VR headset and the game inside it. Includes voucher code, no disc included. So if you are a person that likes actual in-box games, this ain't gonna be the one for you. But as you can see, we have this nice little packaging here. And then we also have the PSVR2 showcase, which I got to charge this thing because I wanted a stand where I could go ahead and include that in there. So this should be everything we need. This is a premium PSVR2 showcase stand from Collective Minds. It came very highly rated on Amazon. So I thought I would get this and go ahead and be able to charge things nicely. So man, let's just go ahead and cut this thing open. I'm pretty excited to see what this thing is like. If it's dope, if it's not dope. Cutting that perfect seal. Oh my goodness. It's pretty exciting. So let's see what is inside the PSVR2. The box on the outside here, I'm just gonna go ahead and tear it because this is my first unboxing, guys. And what you'll learn about me is I don't give a flying fuck about a box. So let's go ahead and get this out of here. Throw that to the side. Flip this over. All right, so we got the PlayStation logo on here. Some triangle, circle, X, square branding. Cool, cool. Nothing too special. All right, cracking this bad boy open. What do we have here? First out the box, we have, okay, this is the Horizon full game download code. I'm not gonna show y'all that because that's for me. Have an instruction manual. We have what I believe is the connection cable to go ahead and connect it. And are these earbuds? Okay, so I do have some earbuds that I utilize. I have the PlayStation Portal earbuds. I don't know if they're gonna work with this because I don't use them with my PS5. I only use them with my Portal, but I think they should work. Probably be a better experience, but these do appear to be wired over the back ear headphones. Now let's talk a little bit about why I got this before we get deeper into it. The whole reason I bought this was because it was cheap. So if you don't know, this thing, the Horizon package, when it first came out, was $599. I could not, I almost bought it because I've been very interested in VR for a while, but I could not bring myself to do such a thing. And I think I waited long enough that it got super, super cheap. This package now, MSRP is $399. So it's $200 off what it originally cost. I got this on Black Friday for $299. And I think the PSVR2 right now without the Horizon package goes for $349. And they didn't have this on sale when I was looking. But the original PSVR for this, $599 and $549 for the base. I think I paid $449 for my digital PS5 when I got it back in 2020. So crazy, man. The value of this now seems so much higher than it did back then. So I'm super excited to give it a try. All right, let's just pull all this out, see what we got. So the inside of the package Nothing too special, if I'm being honest. Pretty standard stuff. Yeah, it just looks like a box with an insert. This is not gonna win any awards for packaging or overall like premium feel as far as that goes. But let's see how these actually look. So these are the handles that you utilize while you're playing so that you can enter virtual reality, which I think is actually pretty damn cool. This is actually the connection cable here. This is the cable that will plug directly into your PS5. So the one thing about this is that it is wired. Like I said in the intro, I don't have any VR experience anyway. So, you know, is wired a problem? While you're playing, I would think that if you're standing up and moving around, that it could be. I guess we'll find out once we start throwing this bad boy around in some actual games. But, you know, holding this, as far as how they feel in hand, they look pretty cool. There's some plastic seams here that are kind of look a little wonky, look a little not premium. The heft of them, they're pretty light, which I think will probably come in handy when playing something like Beat Saber or something in that vein. Yeah, so far, I gotta say, if I would have paid $600 for this, I don't know how pleased I would be with that. This feels like something that should be about what it costs. Now, you'll see that this cable, I was trying to unplug it to see if I could move this around without having to pull the cable all the way through, but it is connected. So if this stops working for some reason, if your cable goes bad or whatever, if you're like me and you have a cat that likes to mess with your stuff, you're gonna have to really make sure that this stays secure, because there is no replacing that without someone that knows how to, and I don't even know if you can, because this looks like one single solid piece. So let's go ahead and try this bad boy on. It looks like it's got a knob on the back to tighten it and to make it fit your head, which I have a bit of a big noggin. This is the front side, as you can see here. There's a power button on the bottom, and then maybe this is a pairing button. Looks kind of like that. And then this, I think, maybe alters the range of the vision. I can feel this inside kind of moving as I do that. So yeah, let's go ahead and just throw it on, see how the comfort level is. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now you can go ahead and get it secured. There we go. You can feel that. Yeah, so you have to hold the button to like allow loosening of it. And then when you go ahead and release that button, it will move inwards. So this looks like it is securing the front part so that it's the right shape for your face, and then this back side here is what you use to secure this. So once it's in place, it feels relatively comfortable. I think I'll have to make some adjustments to make sure that I am putting everything together right, but yeah, it's not bad. It really doesn't feel too heavy or anything like that. And once you figure out how this little spring-loaded thing works here, it's actually pretty simple to work with. So as you can see, product feels pretty good. Wouldn't say it's incredible. These little sleeves here are nice. They felt comfortable once I had them in position. The padding is not better than some of my studio headphones for sure. This padding is a little, I don't know, a little thin. I don't know if that's gonna become an issue as we use it longer or not. I guess we'll see. The joysticks are, yeah, they're fine. The joysticks feel pretty close together. They're obviously a lot smaller than regular joysticks here. and the buttons are as well. So this is gonna take some getting used to. Now, when you try to go down to push the PlayStation button, I noticed that my hand, and I wouldn't say I have considerably large hands necessarily, but it's kind of like my knuckle gets stuck down there. So that might be a little annoying. You can see the share button as well as the options button here. Wouldn't say this feels anywhere close to how I felt the first time I used a DualSense, like even just without it on yet. It just felt premium. It felt like it was made specifically for gaming. And this kind of, it does, but it feels more like a toy than one would expect, I feel like. So yeah, I think, I don't know. I'm a little lukewarm on the overall feel of the product so far, but we're gonna go ahead and get into some games. We're gonna talk more about the experience of playing this as a guy that's never experienced VR, and do I think that it's worth it? So stick around. Whoa. Yo, okay. This is actually really crazy. The screen is right over where my camera is. We're gonna tighten these down. There we go. Okay, so I just figured out, it's actually a very easy process. So if you hold this button kind of in place and you like squeeze it in, there we go. All right, so I think having this more in position will help me a lot. This is incredible. It's so much more immersive. Having things, see, like, there we go. We at least got that. Wow. Yo, guys, I just got chills. There's light above me. Holy fuck. This is so cool. Stronger. Here we go. Whoa. Oh boy. Guys, I think I might be a believer. The hardware wasn't blowing me away by any means, but once it's actually on and moving, I'm rusty, but I swear, I promise you I'm not this rusty. Like if I was using a DualSense right now, I'd be blowing through this, but it's all good. Honestly, I could just keep playing Tetris Effect. Whew. All right, guys, so very first impressions of this, super impressed. My one issue, like I said, so if you look at this, I think this needs to sit, this keeps falling down like this. When I'm moving, it keeps slipping down. Maybe there's something that I'm not understanding about how to hold it on this side, because I'm not really having that issue on my right side. So maybe I'm in the wrong position for this. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying and see if we can go ahead and get a little bit more gameplay. But Tetris Effect on first attempt, for my first time using these and not really being acclimated to them, wow. I kind of really want to try Gran Turismo next. It just seems like that's the next thing. Let's just play Tetris Effect with the regular ass controller. What am I thinking? I didn't even think about that, how easy that was. Okay, we're back in here. All right. Playing with my DualSense. Just play something easy, quick race. I also rarely play racing games. Oh, yo. I rarely play racing games in cockpit. I always play, yo. What? Holy shit, this is crazy. Oh man. Yo, you can just like look around. Okay, you can see the cockpit. Dude, this is crazy. Being inside this car, it's fully modeled, guys. Like, are you seeing this? I'm seeing everything inside the car. Wow. I'm seeing my fuel, how my tires are doing. I'm seeing the course. You just literally look around and you feel like you're inside this car. The rear view mirror is where it's supposed to be. I will say there is a certain level of like motion sickness. I feel like I could see myself getting sick doing this. Whew, yeah, guys, I'm starting to feel just a little bit of motion sickness. I don't usually get motion sickness, but this is kind of making me feel a little bit queasy. I don't know if that is just because I'm not used to it. Yeah, I'm like starting to sweat a little bit. Dude, I ride like roller coasters and stuff. It is like, it's so cool though. I mean, it is a bit disorienting, but holy shit is it cool. I don't know how much Gran Turismo I can play like this though. Yeah. Oh man, it's like wild to be right here. Yeah. Woo. Guys, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm just not used to it, but makes you a little queasy, man. I was hopeful that because this I know is much higher refresh rate. I don't typically have issues with motion sickness. But what I will say is, as far as the actual experience of playing it and seeing it and being like enthralled by what it's doing, so cool. Like the second I started looking around, that is seriously next level. I hope that all games don't make me feel like this, because that's gonna be a problem. So yeah, let's move on to the next game. I think I'd like to try Lumines Rise, especially now that it's gonna be playing it with this controller here. So okay guys, so next up we're gonna go ahead and try Lumines Rise. Like I said, I am going to play this with my DualSense here. I have the 30th anniversary DualSense, so I'm gonna do that instead of sticks. Yo, holy shit. This is like when you're in an IMAX theater for like one of those nature shows, man. This is like nature show IMAX shit. Wow. Okay, so let's go on a journey. Let's go ahead and do a journey. So now having a joystick is gonna make this, I'm so much more equipped for it. Oh, bro, the lighting effects around. Oh, I can feel the drops in my headset. Dude, this is crazy. This is so cool. Holy shit. This is infinitely better than playing standard. Wow. I mean, what is bro doing in the background? Yo. Okay, this is so much better than playing this with my D-pad like I usually would, instead of having to use an analog stick. Night and day, man. Night and day. So I highly recommend that if you are playing a game that you can use your D-pad when you use it, and it's not VR specific, like something like the Horizon game, do it, because this is such a better experience. While I was feeling queasy playing something like Gran Turismo that's got all the motion, something like this, where you're keeping a fixed visual position, I don't think I'll have any issues with Lumines Rise. This is pretty simple to enjoy in VR. So in VR, so I always hated the transitions they had in this. Like there wasn't a way to have a seamless game like the older Lumines games. But in VR, it makes sense because it lets you appreciate those changes. Guys, this is so sick. And a lot easier. I'm not sweat. Dude, I was sweating profusely playing Gran Turismo. That shit had your boy shook. Like I said, I do not get motion sickness, but dude, these transitions in VR, legendary. Legendary. I mean, I didn't get it originally playing this game flat, but in VR, it all makes sense. I just feel like 90% of these clips is gonna be me saying shit like wow and whoa and holy shit. Cause for real, I'm gonna tell you guys, if you've never played VR and this is your first time learning about VR, watching what it's like, I hope this is doing it justice, but I know it's not, because I've watched clips of VR as well, and it just does not do it justice to how it's gonna actually be sitting down. Whoa, whoa. Okay. Okay, I get why these transitions are the way they are now. I get it. I get it. It was made for VR. Very clearly, the concept was built around how it would look in VR. Guys, this is so sick. Nice. Nice. Got an A, new record. Yo, I'm gonna attribute that to how immersed I was. Wow. I can tell how much someone like Enhance thought about how they can enhance their games using VR instead of just kind of shoehorning it. This feels very much purpose built, and it's all around the immersive factor. It's not really about a VR specific experience, it's about heightening the experience that you are already having. And I feel like something like Gran Turismo 7, where I was playing and I felt queasy because the motion is really intense. Maybe I avoid games like that. Whoa. This is so cool. So wait, so you play... So this is a really physics-based, just... Yo, this is so fun. What? This is... So, you know how I was talking about... Oh, I see. So I have to... You know, I was talking about how I really wanted games that didn't revolve around being VR games, and then Beat Saber happened. This, I could play this all day. Also, I'm sorry for those that don't have rhythm. You ain't playing this game. You better show up with some flow. I just gotta catch the... Oh, whoops. They really get you used to just slicing and weaving. Oh, hey, hey, yay, 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 yay. Up, hey. Okay. That's fucking sick. First try. Not bad for a first attempt, yeah? Not bad for a first attempt. This game is so fun. This is the type of stuff. So, you know, there's games like Tetris Effect and Lumines, which I will love to play. But if someone came over and was like, what can you show me about VR that only can be done in VR? Bro, Beat Saber. Beat fucking Saber might be it. And that is the exact use case for VR and just making it fun. Like I said originally, I think if somebody came over and was just like, what should I play to just get the experience of VR? It's Beat Saber. It's 100% Beat Saber.
Hey! So, the other soldier from the boat is alive. Maybe she thinks I'm trying to escape.
Yo, it's a long way down. You don't want to fall there, I can tell you that. Yeah, guys, I don't know how well I can play. I genuinely don't know if I can play games in motion. It's feeling like maybe that is the place where I stop with VR. So here's where I stand on PSVR2. When I first put it on, I thought it felt kind of plasticky, not very luxurious in the way that I expect from a Sony brand. However, once I strapped in and put that thing on and played games like Tetris Effect and Beat Saber, that was when I started to understand. And there's so many other games to look forward to in 2026 in the VR space. Games like Ace of Thunder are set to drop this year, and narrative experiences like Detective VR and The Boys Trigger Warning are on their way too. There's even stuff like Bootstrap Island that embraces realism and presence in new and unique ways. It seems that Sony's first-party support has gone the way of the dodo, and the PSVR2 has not exactly done the type of numbers that would constitute them to continue to create unique experiences like Horizon and other first-party attempts. But the fact that third parties are still investing, innovating, and releasing unique and distinct games shows that this type of medium is gaining momentum. Is the PSVR2 for everyone? Well, motion sickness and lack of depth in their library could push away most consumers, if I'm being honest. However, if you're here for experiences that you can feel, for things that can't be done on a simple flat screen, there's still a lot to be excited about with this platform. For me, my first VR experience was a very, very positive one, even if I had to call it quits after a race or two. And that's enough to show me that while VR may be a fad, it's a growing fad, and one that could eventually have a strong presence in gaming. Thanks for watching. Have you played any VR games this year? Are you excited for what's next in this particular space? As always, like, share, subscribe, and check out this video if you are into all things PlayStation. And make sure you comment down below. Do you get motion sick from this shit? Because you know I do. So y'all be good. I'll see you next time. Peace.